Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe at your home. Student, in the last video, I have discussed about how a government is formed, what is the role of people, how they are going to give their votes. Okay, then what is the role of political party and how the main political party who secures the maximum number of votes they form the government. Now, in this chapter, I am going to discuss more about the Indian government. So, let's begin our video. Now, today I am going to discuss the following points. First is the role of the Indian government. Now, then central government and the Parliament House. So, let's start first with the role of the Indian government. Children, as we all know that our country is a very large country, so it is very difficult to run this country by a single government, right? So what we have done, that the whole government is divided into three different levels. Okay, so what are the levels? First is central government, second is the state government, and third is the local government. So in three levels the whole government is divided for the smooth functioning, right? And all the three levels of this government, they have different power and functions. Okay, now let's start and discuss first about the central government. The central government makes laws and makes sure that these laws are put into action in the whole country. So what is their role is, they will make laws and they will make sure that all that laws must be put into the action and implemented by the whole country. Okay, now they are also referred as union government. Central government is also known as union government and its main offices are located in New Delhi. Let's have a clear understanding by these examples. First is, in 2016 the government introduced new currency notes of rupees 2000. Now children, all of you know that in 2016 the government has taken one initiative that they introduced the new currency note of rupees 2000. Now the question comes in my mind that which government took this decision, whether the state government, the central government, or the local government. Okay, apart from this there is one more question that right now we all know that today the new education policies come up. Okay, now which level of government they made this new education policy 2020? Okay, yes, the answer would be that is central government only. The central government, they only amend or they only come up with the new rules, as well as they will amend the existing rules also. Okay, so this is the answer. Now let's discuss more about the parliament. Parliament is a legislative body of government. Legislative means they have the power to make laws. Okay, so parliament, the law making body of the government is the parliament. The parliament has two houses. They have two houses. The whole parliament is divided into two houses. One is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So we can also say that Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha equal to parliament. Yes, it is true. Okay, now very important, candidates who have won the elections from their constituencies. Okay, in the last chapter I told you about this word constituencies. What is constituency? It is a small geographical division from where a candidate stands for election. As you all know that the whole country is divided into the different constituencies, right? From where the person can stand for the election. Okay, so all those candidates who have won the election from their constituencies, they become the member of the parliament. Okay, so they are the members of parliament. Now let's discuss more about the first house, that is the Lok Sabha. So Lok Sabha, it is also called the lower house of the parliament, and the members of this house are directly elected by the people. So all the members, they are directly elected by the people. Next, the members meet regularly. Why they meet regularly? To make laws or amend the existing laws. Okay, now let's see this fact. One of the fact, at present the strength of the this lower house, that Lok Sabha house, is 545 and maximum strength of this house is 552 members. where 530 members to represent the states, 20 members to represent the union territories, and 2 members to be nominated by the president of from the Anglo-Indian community, right? So right now, how many, what is the strength of our Lok Sabha? That is 545. Okay. Now move to the next. Next is Rajya Sabha. The other house, that is the upper house of the parliament, is called is the Rajya Sabha. The members of this house are not directly elected. Now this is very important. In Lok Sabha they are directly elected by the people, but here they are not directly elected by the people. Then who elects them? Okay, some are elected by the member of state legislative assemblies. What is the state legislative assemblies? Law making bodies of the states. Okay, while some are nominated by the president of India. So the two-person come here, they will elect the members. One is member of state legislative assembly, other is the president of India. Next, the nominated members are important and well-known people in the field of art, science, literature, or social science, right? Now there is one important fact. The membership in Rajya Sabha is limited to 250 members, whereas in Lok Sabha it is 552, right? And at present in Rajya Sabha we have 245 members. Out of them, 233 members they are elected by the Vidhan Sabha members, and 12 are nominated by the president for their contributions to art, literature, science, and social science. So this is all about the Rajya Sabha. Now, guess who? This is very important. I think all of you know these persons. These are very famous personalities in our country. Can you guess who all are these persons? Yes, you can write. The first is our Prime Minister, second is our President, and third is our Vice President. Okay, now move to the first. Let's discuss more about the very important person in our country, that is the President. Who is our President? Ramnath Kovind. He is the President of our country, right? The President of India is the head of our country. This is truly said. Yes, he is the head. Yes. Now, he is elected indirectly by the members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and state legislative assemblies. Next, some of the functions which are performed by the president are: first, he or she appoints the chief election commissioner, the chief justice of India, and other important officers. This is very important, that who all are appointed by these. Okay, this president. So first is the chief election commissioner is being appointed by president, then the chief justice of India, then the other important officers. They appoint all of them. Then he or she is the supreme commander of the defense forces in India, and it is only after the signature of president that a law can be finalized. So how the law is being implemented, how they are finalized? Only once the president give their signature, right? Now who is our president? That you know, that Shri Ramnath Kovind. And he is our vice president. Who is our vice president? Shri Venkaiah Naidu. He is the vice president of India, right? Now move to the next. This is the list of presidents of India from 1950 to 2020, and it is very important for your knowledge. So you can see that after independence, who was our first president? Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and right now Mr. Ramnath Kovind. And do you know that the Pratibha Patil was the only lady president in our country? She was the lady president in our country, right? So let's discuss the next. The other is Prime Minister. All of you know that he is our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So let's discuss more about him, that he is very important. The Prime Minister is very important and powerful person in central government, right? Okay, now he is the real head of the country. Yes, it is true to say. The President of India appoints the leader of the political party which has secured the maximum votes as the Prime Minister. So, Who appointed him? The President of India appoints the leader of the political party which has secured the maximum votes as the Prime Minister. Right? So, this is very important to understand. Next, what are the functions of Prime Minister? There are few functions. First is he or she chooses the ministers who will help in governance of the country. To run the country properly, he chooses few of the ministers. They make their own group of ministers, right? There are various departments of the government such as health, defense, education, railways, etc. The Prime Minister decides who will going to be head of all these departments. So the Prime Minister also decide that who will going to be head of all these various departments. So this is all about the functions of Prime Minister. I hope that through this video you will get a clear understanding about that what is the role of our government. Okay, then what about the central government? What about parliament? How the parliament is divided into two houses? What are these? The Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And what all are the important person in our country, like our president, our prime minister? What are their functions? Okay, right now you can read this chapter. You can start reading this chapter, especially page number 60 and 61, and complete all your textbook exercise of chapter 5. Okay, by the time, stay safe at your home, stay healthy, and enjoy the learning. Thank you.